content about showing what I'm using, but I'm not telling you how I'm rigging it and using it. So today, I'm gonna teach you two simple knots. One is a braid to leader knot, which is gonna be called the Alberto knot. And then I'm gonna be teaching you a leader to lure knot, which is going to be called the clinch knot. Now, let's get started. Starting with our leader to braid knot, otherwise known as the Alberto knot. I actually learned this from Justin Menendez, very profound fisherman. So here's gonna be our first step here. I know my leader's old, but you're gonna take this and you're gonna make a bend in it and you're gonna hook that so you should have a loop. You're gonna create a loop and grab it right there, as you can see, okay? Then you're going to take your braid end, you're going to file it through probably about maybe 5-6 inches of line, depending on how much you need. I'm gonna do a little less because this is older line. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab it like this and you're going to start twisting it around that loop to where these two lines become squeezed together by your braid. So we're gonna do this. You usually do it about 6 or 7 times, but since we're doing this shorter, I'll do it about 1 more. Then you're going to do the same exact thing, just the opposite way. So you're going to go like this. Again, I'm only gonna go about 3 or 4 times, but you need to do about 6 or 7 when you're actually tying. Okay, next, you're gonna take your end that you have just been twisting around, stick it right back through that loop that you made in the very first step. Then you should have it right here. You wanna grab these ends right here. I like to grab them both with opposite fingers. Put some spit on it and then really just pull that knot tight and clean off some of that slobber. You're gonna wanna cut off your tag ends, but that should be your final result, the Alberto knot. This knot has held up well. Caught some big old redfish on it, caught some bass on it. Pretty good knot if you ask me. Now to move on, we're going to do our leader to lure knot, which I call the clinch knot. I went over this in one of my longer videos, but I want to make a shorter one for you to see. This is actually the NLBN 5-inch K-tail, which I've used to catch bass. Used to catch a lot of bass in some videos. I'll edit this out. In some videos that are coming up soon, so be sure to stay tuned on the channel for that. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to grab your K-tail, and of course, stick it through the hook. Stick your leader through the hook, right about there. You might want to go a little more. Then, what I like to do is you're gonna do the same thing you did with the Alberto knot. Just create a loop right around here. You wanna have more leader than this, but then this is just for show. You're gonna wanna grab it by the loop right here, and then just start twisting. Again, you wanna do this also about 6 or 7 times, but since we're here just for presentation, I'll do it about 4. Then, again, last step, super easy. Just like the Alberto knot, you're gonna send it right back through that loop. Even though your loop may be small at times, that is the most crucial step. Next, you're going to hold your line